Even if I spend the rest of my life just suffering, never get the desires of my heart, but just knowing that, you know what, I'm truly blessed to know that while I'm still here alive, that I know what the true gift
Hmm.
is, which is him.
So
So
Right.
we always talk about like the promised land, right?
yeah.
And you just reminded me right now when you were talking, uh, and also Paul was saying about not focusing on the stuff of this world, not the materialistics, the true blessings in our life. Like that's why I always smile at you because whatever gets you closer to God is the true blessing, right? A lot of people think is that more money or bigger house or is a blessing, but are these things getting you closer to God or away from God, right? So I remember in Exodus when in the beginning, like the first 10 chapters, Moses was constantly complaining, because the people were so hard headed. God would tell him, go speak to Pharaoh, and Moses like, nope, nope. And then finally God told him, all right, take your brother. Your brother is gonna be your mouth. You're gonna. It says you're gonna be as God to Aaron. Like in other words, saying I'm gonna tell you, and you tell Aaron what to say, since you don't want to speak, right? And there was other times where he was just complaining about, you know, the Israelites and complaining about Pharaoh, blah, 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 blah. And when we think about the Promised Land, you know, and Moses, and then God punished him because he disobeyed. He hit the rock, and he was supposed to speak to the rock, right? The second time, the first time he told him to hit the rock, water's gonna come out. He hit it, water came out. The second time, he told him to speak to the rock, but he hid it out of his emotions because he was mad because everybody was complaining. And then God punished him, and he's like, "Cause you hit the rock, you're not gonna make it to the promised land." And I noticed that Moses didn't complain. He never like said nothing. He just okay. Because at that time, Israel was focused on the promised land, the material, the land. But Moses experiencing God's presence, that was his promised land. So he was okay losing the physical promised land because he already had experienced the promised land, which is supposed to be for us the promised land, which is Jesus, eternal life with him.